Welcome everybody, it's JD, and we're doing 7 Days to Die Darkness Falls, version 402 for Alpha 20, and no, this is not a new series. This is me teaching you all to fish for yourselves. The old saying, give a guy a fish, he eats for the night. You teach him to fish, he eats for forever. So, this is kind of that. I've created a little test world. So this is show you how to do your own little test bases and your own little testing. Uh, so let's get the first part out of the way. Open, use. Alright, so this is I think Darkness Falls very small one, or no, small one. I just chose it. I've never done the map before. But you can create your own test world. Just do a new map, put your settings, whatever you want to be. I think I'm on Nomad. When you spawn in, just do what I just did, and then we're going to come to the console, which is your F1 key. F1 is your console. Open your console, and you're going to go in debug mode, typing DM for debug mode, and hit enter, and CM for creative mode, and hit enter. Then hit escape to get out of the console, and now you are basically able to do anything you need to do in the world. Let's go ahead and hit Q, that puts you in God mode. If you hit your jump key, hold it down, you'll go up, and if you hit your crouch key, you'll go down. So you can fly around, and if we hit the escape key, this is the debug menu. You see that God mode, when you go to God mode, you have fly mode, you don't collide with blocks, and it's going to save your game as you go. The invisible here, this will make you invisible to zombies. I think you still do trigger sleeper and waken sleepers up if you go through POIs, but they won't target you. So you can fly through POIs if you want to check them out invisibly. The other thing on this menu is show stability. And let's go over here. See if I find a building. Are there any good buildings over here? Okay, here's this two-story building over here. So if you're building something and you're wondering if it's going to fall down, the blocks will show you. They'll turn red if you try to add another block, or yellow. But if you want to look overall how you're doing, just come here and click on show stability. And green is good, yellow is okay, and as it gets toward the red color, that is bad. Green means the block connects from bedrock to your block. So if you hit the crouch key and we go underground, down there is bedrock, and so there's dirt block all the way up to that block. And that's why you don't want to dig under your base. If you dig under your base, you won't have that green. It'll start out yellow, and that would be bad. So don't mine under your base. Alright. And you see, as you get to, like this one, as you get to the center, you're getting that red. That's, probably can't add more than 2 blocks over there. So a player can walk on it without, like, let's try that invisible. See if we wake him up. We do wake him up. Oh. Okay. He just can't hit us. That's cool. Alright. So that's what invisible does. But if you notice, there's nothing holding it up. Brings us to another one command, kill all. It kills everything in the area. Let's want to show you something on building real quick. If we go into U is your creative menu. U equals creative. And if you grab some blocks, let's grab some cubes, and we're going to need these later, so let's grab some cobblestone. I just want to show you, if I sit here and I go, I'm off one anyway. I'm still off. Where is, damn. Alright. Once you connect, I can get rid of all this other stuff. Once you connect that block basically to bedrock all the way down, you see how that changes your stability? Awesome, isn't it? Alright. Okay, this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna go over here and let's turn our invisible and stability off because it's kind of funky looking. And we will find a place over here. Nice little site for us to mess around with. Okay, so just find yourself a level, and you want level. You don't want it. And level can be deceiving. Like you put a block like that, that is not quite another block up. So I usually just run a block out here. Make sure, see where it changes. Okay, so this is pretty level. It's just kind of funky the way it is. All right. Sometimes you would hit a second layer of I guess it's pretty level. Pretty level. Let's see how we go over here. See, now this one almost looks like it's floating. See how the earth came up to it? So this would be, so from here to there is not on the same level. Kind of looks level, but it ain't. So that's what you want to be careful of. So let's talk about building blocks and the tools. If you bring up your creative menu, and we're going to type DEV for developer, and there's nothing there, but we're going to go over here, this little button here, it says Dev blocks on. We turn that on, and wow, we get tools. And for building stuff, you're going to want your instant death pistol for pesky zombies, instead of having to type kill all the time. Your super digger, this will make a hole out of anything. We're going to get our paintbrush because we got colors, need colors, and we're going to get our admin replace tool. The other thing we can get is these will be good for leveling yourself, which we'll talk about in a minute. But those are your primary tools, and I always like to get this one if I'm just messing around, and we'll wear it. And what that helmet is you get heat and cold resistant, and you have a light. This is good if you're in a different environment. If you're in the snow biome or the desert biome, you won't be saying you're freezing and all that stuff. You're making you immune to that stuff. And then you got armor, all kinds of stuff. These are terrain tools. I don't like them. Just stay away from them. That's a new tool. I'm not too familiar with it. But you can mess around with these. You want to check looting. This is more for world building. So what we wanted here. Okay, let's open the crafting resources box and bam. So those quests that say those class quests you gotta do, saying gather this, gather that. Well, you got it just about. And same with this one. You open it, and this is all your wood, clay, stone, everything for building. So those are good to have. Instead of having to go through the menu and type in, stone, and then scrolling down to find the. Well, let's turn Deep off. That'll help. Finding the stone and giving yourself the stone. Yeah, and then you can just chuck stuff away. Like if you don't need it, chuck it in. You can just drag and drop, and it'll go over there. But you do get this, which comes in handy later. And the other thing I like to have is a shovel. And I usually grab myself a titanium shovel. I do that because the digger tool can be, it's a blunt weapon. It's a mass weapon. It's not a fine weapon. And if I'm making small holes, this is great to have. So that's it for our starting building stuff. I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna talk about leveling your character. You bring up the console, and the command you need is give self XP and a space, and then a number between, I don't know, I guess I give myself 9 million before, but I think first level is like 15,000, something like it. So if we give ourselves 20,000 XP, bam, we're level 2. Give yourself another 20. Up arrow goes you through the commands you've already typed. So if I give myself another 20,000, bam, level 3. If I come in here and maybe I want to go faster, change it to 50,000, bam, I'm level 7. And well, that's fine and dandy in vanilla, but this is Darkness Falls. You need skills. So if we escape out of that, we go back into our creative menu, and we're going to come up here and we're going to type, I hit the backspace, clear out the what I typed before, and we're going to hit book. And in the books, we're going to have all our class books, and then we're going to have our some skill notes. And these will give you two, like, I'll grab 2 of those, and we'll grab a mining. Just an example, they're all in here for you to use. But they have to be read from the toolbar. So you go down the toolbar and left click, and you'll get 2 mining levels out of it. There's one. The text is real slow. The delay is. So if we go to athletics, same thing. Text is real slow, but I'm going to do the second one, and then we're going to pop in here and we're going to look at our athletics. It still hasn't says we got it, but it's already recorded here. And if we go down, there's our mining tools. So that's how you can advance your character as if you were advancing in game, so you can do testing. Then naturally, you pull up creative menu, you need some armor. There's your armor menu. And then the values change, so you can mess with it. Say you want to test, day 7, and you weren't going to have anything but leather, and crappy leather at that, or something like that, or you're going to have scrap armor. You can go and just spell it out, and just the last character, like R backspace, until you find the appropriate level stuff. Like this is pretty typical for finding, you know, legs level 7, and where this would not be crappy armor, but still tech level 71. Though this you might actually find that. And you can equip yourself appropriately. Same with weapons. Let's see, a scrap level 42 scrap iron sphere. That's possible. So I'm gonna grab that, and put that in my toolbar just for testing. We'll get rid of that. And then click. Just drop it, or you can drop it on the ground. It'll disappear. So that's how you level and equip your character in for the Darkness Falls. Back to building. The other thing I want to show you in building is the digger tool is kind of obvious. You just shoot whatever you shoot at, it's gonna take out, and it is fully automatic. Now be aware, this will generate heat, and you will get a screamer. Not right now because we're 5th level. I don't think we'll get a screamer. But you could get a screamer, I guess. Okay, we'll clear this out. All right. So that's the digger tool. The paintbrush is just like a paintbrush, but unlimited paint, and it's got a great range, and I guess basically it's just unlimited paintbrush, so you don't have to worry about paint. The Killall, we've already Killalled things, and the block replace tool. Let's talk about this. First, let's we need, say this is where we're going to build our base, and we want a platform. Okay, and that was a little deep. All right, so maybe we will still go with that. Okay, so we're gonna knock a hole. This one ended up being two blocks deep, but that's, I mean, it is only one block. So what I did there is I looked at in the middle of the hole, I hit the Z key. That brings up this little highlighted block. And then I'm going to go diagonally across to where I want the pad to be. And we're going to look at the ground, we're going to hit the Z key again, and bam, there's our outline. So if I come over, whoops, to where we put that hole, I'm going to put my cobblestone block in there. And then I'm going to take the dev replace tool, and I'm going to put it in the center block. I'm going to hit the left key, and it's going to make that weaky noise, rubbing noise. And that's basically making that the focus block, the copy block. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to look at the ground. I'm going to hold down the R key just like we do for a block. And I'm going to select this, replace all blocks of same type. And this other, it talks about the focus block, but we want to replace all of the same type. So I'm going to look at the ground, and then I'm going to right click, and presto, all the forest green and forest ground blocks are now cobblestone blocks. Now you notice it didn't replace the bushes, so you got to go get rid of those and pick up the stones. Pick up the stone, and there we go. And to get rid of the highlight, you just simply hit the backspace key, and it goes away. But now you've saved yourself a whole bunch of time digging all that out and putting blocks. And we can zip down here and look. All that time saved. What was that? So I don't know if this is an error with the random world generator, but this is a cavity. So it does not go down to bedrock. So we can fix that. Let's see, let's get rid of that, and we'll just grab some dirt. Actually, no, it's probably stone at that level, but we can put it in dirt. Dirt will be fine. Alright. And there's some more over here. So if you were building, and you know we talked about stability, and let's get rid of all this stuff. Kill all. So you notice it did kill the wolf. It does not kill the chickens and deer though. If you were building and we checked stability and it was yellow, if you put a block here and these blocks were immediately yellow, it would be because there was a cavity down there. I don't know if that's an error in world building, if it's intentional or whatever, but it would suck to be building something here and then all of a sudden the thing you need to be as a support pillar is not green. It's not connected to bedrock. That would really, really suck. And seriously, the only way to fix that is to go into the debug mode and go down here and look and then go fill in that cavity. Or you could just dig down till you hit bedrock, I guess. So that's the replace tool. It's handy if you're doing something like that. The other function is this here, replace all blocks with air. If you're digging a hole, that's cool. But the most common thing I use it for is this. Now it only replaces a terrain type at a time. Like if I let's see, let's show you that. Okay, so if I wanted to make this several block thick, a pad several blocks thick. Say, let's go down. That's 4, and there's rock. Okay, so I go in here and I Z to mark that block, and then say I want to do over to about there. So I'm gonna hit the Z again and highlight that. Now this box is this deep. So if I want to replace it with the cobblestone, I focus on that block, left click, and then I'm going to right click here, bam. But if we look, that only did the very first layer because that was this block type. To do the next block type, I have to come down here, and that's dirt right there. So if I whack that, now all the dirt is done. But there's still another one, the stone level. I had one level of stone, so then I gotta go down here and whack the stone. And then now we're down to stone. And then you need to go through, and this is weird too. I can actually fill this in underground while I'm underground. And now we have, let's hit backspace, get rid of that. Now we have a 5 deep, I think 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 5 deep solid cobblestone block. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? Alright. Let's talk about one more thing while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to come out of God mode. While you're in debug mode, you can pull up the map and you can teleport places. Instead of flying over to, say, here, if you put your cursor over there, hold down the control key, and right click, you will teleport there. Now, depending on your computer speed, it may take a minute for everything to paint itself in, to render itself, but now we are there. And then to go back, it's just put your cursor wherever, hold control, right click the mouse, and we are back. So you can go around the map that way. I mean, you don't have to, like, this road probably goes down here, so if I hold down the control, right click, I can bop my way down the road, and you can see it paints just the square I am in. And I'm back. You can see it paint rendering in. So hope those tools are useful to you. Now you can, using these tools, God mode, you can build your little base here, and the only other thing you need is zombies. And to get your zombies in, there is F6, brings up the entities menu. You got a couple things you can do here. One, look at you. I always do that so the zombies are facing me. And you can spawn 25 of the same type. So if you want to test pathing, spawn 25 because one zombie will path different than another. So testing a base with just 3 or 4 zombies is probably not the best way to do it. So if we go down, let's see, Marlene Farrell, a couple other. All right, Marlene. Whoops, put my hand on the wrong key. Okay, so they're gonna follow me around. I'm floating through the air, but if I wanted to stop them, I can turn off the AI, asterisk on the keyboard or keypad, asterisk. The asterisk on the keypad stops the AI. So if you had a base and it just wasn't working, instead of killing your zombies, you could just stop the AI, go in, make whatever changes you wanted on your little base here. Maybe it was just a pathing thing. Trying some blocks the zombies won't path over, so you can swap out the block to another block, and then you just hit the asterisk again, and they start running again. They will lose attention, so if you just shoot, they will focus back on you and do what zombies do best, and that is break shit. At least in Darkness Falls. So F6 for your menu. Usually what I do is I hit the asterisk first, and then I hit F6 so that when I spawn in the zombies, their AI is turned off. And then I can just turn it on and turn it back off. And you can search, like if I wanted a zombie dog, type in dog, and I get zombie dogs. If I wanted the demonic templates, anything with the demon in it will pop up. Have fun to your little heart's content with that one. One other thing, the Open Poi Teleporter. So if I wanted to go to a POI, if I knew the name of it or the location on the map, I could, some of these things you just will never guess the name of it. But like Razor's house. If I wanted to teleport out there, I simply open up the teleport POI open teleporter and click on it, and bam, I'm at Razor's house. So this is where Razor is on this map, and it just teleports me there. Same thing if I wanted wanted to go out to Eve's, bam, and there's Eve's camp. I wish Candy kept her in the snow. I like the snow better. But that's the open POI teleporter. And then to get back to where we were, we just gotta go find ourselves on the map. I should put down my bedroll. Oh, there we are. Oh, no, there we are. And we're right there. And bam, we're back. Everything. It might take a while. There it goes. And mine's a beefy system, trust me. But I think that's it. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can show you. If I think of something, I'll put it down in the comments. Oh, did we talk about? We did not talk about set time. So if you want to get to your blood moon, there's two ways you can do it. At this point, there's two ways. If you bring up escape key and bring up the menu, you can adjust the time and date over here. Now, because we're in day one, it just gives us the day one option, but you can adjust the time. And I do this when I'm building stuff. Start in the morning and it creeps toward the evening. Instead of building through the night, I'll just roll the time back to the early morning hours. On the day, you can slide up to day 16. You can't go further than that. So, like bam, we're in day 2 now. To go to specifically target the date you want, you bring up the console key. You can either spell out set time, or you can just abbreviate it ST space. The first is the day. So say we're heading for blood moon. So we're gonna go 7, day 7 space the hour and a 24-hour clock. So 21, and then I'm not going to do the actual blood moon. So I could go 21:55 and we would just be before the blood moon. Alright, we pull that up. This is in decimals here of 100. So we're just before the blood moon. And if we just let it play out, make it your supply drop. And we'll just let it play out. And there, we're in blood moon. And all these nasty things are going to come running at us on day 7. Though we're only like level 7. Our game stage is 16. I don't know if we'll get any zombies. Well, something spawned. Okay. It says there's some stuff that spawned. But you get Blood Moon. And to get yourself out of Blood Moon, you can just come up and we'll do set time. You can either go to the 8th day at 4:05. And oh, I had the AI turned off. So that's what spawned in. My bad, I had the AI off. If I turn the AI on, they're all gonna come running. Okay, and we'll just run up. There we go. Killall. Huh. Yeah. Helps to turn the AI on, huh? But and you can go back and forth on your dates. You know, so you can test one blood moon. It doesn't work out for you, just roll it back, either using set time or if you're still in the first 16 days using the slider bars, and repeat, rinse and repeat. You can test all day with using the spawn 25, but I'm telling you, blood moon zombies behave different, and you can't test every zombie type. So having the blood moon zombies spawn in, you'll get a good variety of zombies to test your base out. And in my other thing about the DF zombies, we talked about like the bears, the zombie bears and stuff you don't get in vanilla. You definitely want to test against that. So I do appreciate you all watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you. And if I remember any more cool commands, oh shit, now I'm talking about cool commands. Camera angles. While you're testing your base, you don't want to just be sitting inside. You can't see what's going on outside. So for the camera, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into third person mode, which is F5. Whoo, I'm sexy. And then you're going to hit P, which is the camera. Now, the camera's fixed here. I can turn the camera's not moving. Now, if I want to take control of the camera, I'm going to hit the key to the right of the P, which is the left bracket. Once I hit left bracket, then I can move the camera. So I could be in here in my little protection area, and then I can have the camera out here watching what the zombies are doing. To get back into my body, it's just reverse. One cool thing you can do while you're out here is that the camera's reticle is an extension of whatever weapon you're holding, whether it be the digger tool or the kill everything gun, which is kind of cool. And you can actually put blocks out. But the weird part is the sound comes from the direction of your body. So to get back in again, it's the left bracket, P, and then your F5 to first person again. And you're back to being you. Just make sure you remember to put some torches or lanterns outside your base when you're testing it so you can actually see, because some of the blood moons are really dark. Or turn up your gamma. All right, I'm going to leave you to your creativeness now, and please stop by Kane's YouTube channel and give him a like, whatever his current video is, comment, so the YouTube algorithms pick that up. I appreciate the comments too, because I really don't care about monetary, but it looks good. And today when I looked at 125 subscribers, I don't know what the hell y'all are thinking about, but thanks for listening to me ramble. And if you can become a patron member for Kane, I would appreciate it. He would appreciate it, because I like this mod and I want to see him keep going. I think the minimum's $2.50 a month, and it goes up to like $30 a month. That gives you access to insider information, what's coming out. He always posts on his Patreon, and he throws out his dev builds when he's building something. He uses us kind of. He has a testers, but we also find stuff that's the testers may have missed. So appreciate you guys coming, and I'll see you all next episode.